Hi, if this is your first time here, welcome to my YouTube channel. Or if you're like me and you've been here before, welcome back. I'm Chaotic Curl, and in this week's video, we're still going to be doing things a little differently than what I've done in the past. But before I get into that, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and of course, don't forget to follow me over on TikTok and Instagram at chaoticcurl_crafts. See you there. Okay, so as promised for this week's video, we are doing something a little different. So I did already do the tutorial portion on how to do the pattern in a previous video. So I will make sure to link that in the description box. But the pattern that I'm going to be using for this video is going to be that flowers in vase crochet stitch that I made in my last video. And I am going to be using this crochet thread. So as you can see, it's very thin. So this is going to be what, my third thread project, but I'm super excited about the cardigan and it's gonna be super cute, so I'm definitely excited to show you guys what it's looking like. But what I did is, well, the cardigan isn't finished yet, but I do have a portion of it already done, and I did send some updates over on TikTok, so if you do follow me over there, you can definitely skip this video. I do appreciate you watching, but you can definitely skip it because you're just going to be seeing these same updates that I put on my TikTok. So the vest is already done. I'm not going to show it here just because I don't have it with me here, but it is already done. I am working on the sleeves, and I'm just going to include my TikTok updates so that you guys can be up to date with everything that's going on. So let's get started on that. Okay, here are the supplies that I used for this project. I have my yarn in Chestnut, my yarn in Porcelin, and then I have my two hooks. I have my 3.5mm hook, which is what I used to get started for my base chain, and the hook that I'm using to build up the project is my 2.5mm hook. So this is the one that I'm using for all of the stitches out after the chain. So yeah, the project is being worked in a 2.5mm hook with these two threads. Hey, welcome to this week's Whip Wednesday. So this is actually the project that I was working on. It was going to be a cardigan. This is with that falling leaves pattern, or the flowers in a vase, depending on how you want to see it. But this is what the pattern was looking like with the other yarn, because I had to get another color of yarn to add to this one here, since I didn't buy enough, and when I went back to the store to get more, there wasn't any in this color, so I went with this color. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually going to take this apart. I almost had a whole cardigan, or at least a vest, but I'm going to take this apart and I'm going to make it all over again, and I'm going to make it with stripes so that we have both colors integrated well into each other and not this color block. I don't really like the way the color block looks. So I know Whip Wednesday is for making, but we're going to be unmaking this Wednesday. So join me to unmake so that I can remake and keep working on this whip. So here I have my yarn winder and my thread is ready to go. So I'm just going to get started on frogging. Okay, so I finished with all of the porcelain color. So now I just have the chestnut color left to go, and I will be attaching these yarns, these panels, all to each other, because this panel here in the middle is what attaches this side and this side to each other. So I'm definitely going to make sure to attach all the yarns to each other so that I have one continuous line. So I'm going to do that magic knot so that I can keep working with everything in one piece of yarn. So I'm definitely going to do that. But yeah, let's get to unwinding. 4 days worth of work, but it'll be gone within 5 minutes. So I'll be able to get started again in no time. Okay, so I finished unwinding the back panel, which was that middle panel that I showed you. So now I have my 2 front panels, and I'm just gonna unwind these, and yeah, then I'll get started on the project again. Come on. Oh, I'm not playing with you today. Okay, and now I'm down to 1 panel. So this is the back panel, the half of the other front panel, and this is the full front panel that I never got to do in that lighter color. So what if I just keep one of the panels unstriped and then the rest of this? No, I'm gonna undo it. I'm gonna undo it. So yeah. And this is the last panel being unwound. And another headache of a panel. This yarn is stickier. This thread is stickier than I thought it was gonna be. There are a lot of little fibers that get knotted up into each other, but it's still a dream to work with, and it comes off pretty easy. Okay, and so I have the full cardigan or vest. That's what it was at this point. It's completely undone. I have the 2 yarns that I'm going to be working with, the 2 threads that I will be working with. I have my 3.5mm hook, which is what I'm using to make the initial chain, and the project is being worked up in a 2.5mm hook. So I'm definitely giving myself a headache, but I've been loving every minute of it. So the pain is definitely worth it. I've undone everything. I'm definitely going to do something different this time around. I'm going to be working it in 1 piece. So I'm going to do all the chains to be able to go all the way around my body, and I'll just work it up that way. Of course, breaking off when I get to the sleeves or whatever. When I get to the shoulders, of course, but that's definitely how I'm going to be working this up. So yeah, I have my yarn wound up and I'm ready to get started again. So I'm going to be working on my whip that I just unworked. I hope you guys have a great Whip Wednesday. Hey, I'm just checking in with you guys. I know it's supposed to be finished work Friday, but I'm checking in on that project we frogged on Wednesday just to show you guys what it's looking like so far. Okay, so this is what I have of the cardigan so far. It's just 1 row, and I have all of my stitch markers basically marking out the project. So in the front here, I wanted to add some stitches. As you can see, I wanted to add 2 stitches so that it would be like a 3 double crochet border. Since the project already had 1 double crochet for the edges, I basically just made sure to add 4, so that way I'd have 2 on this side and then 2 on this side as well. So I just marked it all out in my stitch markers, so that way when I worked up the pattern, I could make sure to see what I'm wanting to see, make sure all of my stitches were correct. Since this is a 12 row repeat, I did a multiple of 12 times 17 plus like 4, so plus 4 plus 1, so it was a lot. But this is what I have so far, and like I said, this is the first row, and I think after this row I'm actually going to do a color change, so I'll show you guys what that looks like once I do it. But this is what I have so far, and I'm actually really happy with the way it's going. I'm glad I decided to do it all 1 piece. So this is the front panels, the side and the back panels, everything right here in one go. So hopefully it works up as fast as I want it to. Hey, happy Monday. I'm here to check in on the project I've been working on. I actually was able to get pretty far on the cardigan over the weekend, so it is going to be like a lot that's changed, but I want you guys to see what I'm working on so far. Okay, and as you can see, I have 1 of the front panels completely done in all of the stripes. I actually really do like the stripes, so I'm pretty happy. And at the top, where the shoulder would be, instead of doing the pattern I've been working, I just did a couple of hearts, just so that this panel, well, this row is not going to be repeated in the back panel. So this is basically going to be like that middle row between the back and the front panels. This is going to be that row. So this is the row that's going to be connecting everything, even though it's in the front panel, but trust me, it's going to work out. And then here I have the stitches for the back panel. And as you can see, I'm already started working on the other side panel. So I'm already on row 6, working on my row 6. And I did do the division for the armhole, so you can see the same on both sides. But yeah, this is what I've got so far, and I'm just gonna keep going from here, and hopefully in tomorrow's check-in I'll have this front panel done and be working on the back panel. But I'll see you guys then. It's Tuesday, and I definitely have an update today. It's gonna be a really, really good update. You'll see. So sorry about the dryer, but here's the update. As you can see, I have, well, you already saw I had one panel done, but this is the other side. So it's looking beautiful. And this is the side that I had done yesterday. So I already have both front panels done. I do have the ends here, but this is because I'm gonna add buttons. So I just left the ends here so I could sew the buttons on. But I'm sure you could tell nowhere else do I have any ends. And that's because I've been using the magic knot. So I'm basically knotting the two colors together before I do the color change. So that way I don't have to worry about sewing in any ends, because I really don't like that. So I'll basically just end up with the ends at the shoulders once the shoulders are completed, and with the ends for the buttons. And then on the sleeves once I make the sleeves. But for right now, so far, so good, and I'm loving the way that it's looking. I'm just going to keep working on that back panel, and hopefully in tomorrow's update, I'll be finished with the vest portion of the cardigan. Hey, it's Whip Wednesday, and I'm checking in. I just wanted to show you guys how far I've gotten on the cardigan that I am working on. I did get a little bit done, but I did go out today, so I wasn't able to crochet as much as I wanted to. So I'm not finished with the vest portion like I wanted to be, but I was able to get some rows in, so let's check it out. Okay, so here we are again, just starting off with the panels, and this is as far as I've gotten on the back panel. So I'm on row 10, so I do just have 2 more rows to go, but I just wanted to check in with you guys before I stopped working on it for the day. Unfortunately, I didn't get to do as much as I wanted, but at least I did get to do something. So this is where we are, and hopefully tomorrow it'll be done. I'm back for the update we've all been waiting for. So I finally finished the vest portion of the cardigan, and I'm able to wear it. So this is what it looks like. So here it is. This is the vest. And then of course I'm gonna add sleeves, and then I'll have a full cardigan, but this is just the vest portion right now. And like I said, I have my ends here so that I can weave, or so I can sew buttons onto this side. But this is what it looks like all done. I'm super happy. I'm so glad it worked out super easy, like easier than I thought it would. But look, I even have the hearts on my shoulder. They fell exactly where I wanted them to, so I'm so happy. I'm so glad this project went well. I'm glad I started it again, but I'm definitely glad that it went well the second time around. So yeah, now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get started on my sleeves.